Hi, hello. How you guys doing? Hope to find all of you here in happy mood today. So welcome to this webinar. We talk about career. So okay, welcome. Wow, so many of you here joining here today. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for taking your time for joining us. And we're going to spend like 1 hour or two here talking about how can we use Chinese metaphysics tools to help us to actually improve our career, right? Not only just improving, we want to achieve an extraordinary career. How many of you here are in for that? Okay, so I see the chat box. Okay, I see all of your comment here in the chat box. So guys, if you are this is the first time you are joining this kind of webinar setup, then on your right hand side there is a comment box, right? So you can actually interact with me live using the comment box I think on your right hand side. So why not, let's practice a little bit here. Just type in the country you're from. All right, type in the chat box right now, so where I can actually see where you guys from. Yeah, type in the chat box. Okay, nice. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you for joining me here today. So I know that I've been told that some of you here are beginner, right? Probably this is the first time you are joining us here today, and some of you probably are already a seasoned student. Okay, wow, so many comments here. Yeah, all just coming in now, and I see from New York, Ruby from New York, and wow, so many of you. Okay, so Mandy from Singapore. Okay, nice. Yeah, a lot of people say that you thought this event is 8:30, right? Yeah, so I think most of the time I did the event is on 8:30, but this time I think due to this schedule part of it, so they actually start at 8 p.m. Yeah, I know. Most of the time I did my webinar is 8:30. Yeah, so I also assume that I know that a lot of you here also assume it's 8:30. Yeah, but never mind, right? So since you already make it here means that you can get more stuff, right? Yeah, there'll be more joining in. Yeah, around 8:30. Yeah, don't worry. So you're the first batch here. Hi, Mayen. Okay, I see your name. Hi, Jocelyn. Okay, hi, Frederick. Oh, yeah, good to see you again. I miss Singapore. Yeah, so let's see. Sherry Chan say, Iverson, you look fresh. Yeah, I just woke up. Yeah, I just now I take a short nap, so I just woke up, so I can talk more, right? So yeah. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, so now, today we're going to actually work with several things here. So but we're going to actually restrict this about career. Yeah. So if I know some of you asking, right? Hey, Iverson. Yeah, I received a lot of comments say I attended your relationship webinar 2 months ago, and then you're asking me when I'll do another one, right? So maybe I'm still thinking about it. Yeah, because my my relationship philosophy is very straightforward. Yeah, only 3 ways. So I think I shared with you last time, right? So I still don't know what to talk about relationship. Yeah, for me, I think that relationship is more into if you like someone, you love someone, you want that person to grow and be happy, right? Yeah, you want this person to achieve his or her dream, and you should feel happy for this person. But I realize that in relationship, a lot of people actually, instead of loving someone, they're actually addicted to someone, they're obsessed with someone. That's where the controlling happen, right? So, and again, we're going to talk about that another time. I know that a lot of you here actually like for that. Oh, a lot of people, thank you. Yeah, you like the haircut, is it? I see Home Tea. All right, nice haircut. Yeah, I just go to my haircut today, right? So how many of you here actually saw my Instagram story? I'm asking a question that should I actually color my hair or not as my hairstylist? So, and apparently, let's check here. 63% say I shouldn't dye my hair. All right, only 37% say I should. So therefore, I didn't get to dye my hair. Okay, so it's still black. Okay, all right. So nice. Okay, so now how are we going to actually structure today? First of all, you need a bar chart, and for some of you probably this is the first time you're joining me here. Let me just do a brief introduction about myself. So my name is Iverson Lee. I am a consultant, speaker, and instructor from Joe Yap Consulting Group. So probably some of you heard of attended some of my webinar before. So I have a lot of interest in actually applying Chinese metaphysics to help not only myself and for my clients as well. So most of the time, the client group that I work with are business people, entrepreneurs, and also professionals. Yeah, professionals, it could be from C-level like CEO and also manager, and also someone that just started their career path, right? So I like to work with this part a lot, right? Because a lot of strategy you need to actually apply, right? So, and you realize that, your career success are not dependent on your I would say your certificate. I think right now you should already know that, right? Yeah, but when we are young, right, we're being actually told that as long as you get a good grades or you pass your exam with flying colors, and therefore your success is guaranteed. And we know it's not true, right? I actually met a lot of clients. Like right now, every single day I do a lot of consultation, right? So I actually tell my colleague and the team here, I want to actually do more consultation also, beside teaching, because I can talk to you one-to-one, so I can help to actually address your problem. Because I believe that all of you here, your problems are unique in some way, correct or not? Right? You know what to do, but there's something blocking you. There's so many different versions here. So I actually do a lot of this consultation with a lot of people. So I start to see pattern. Right, that would be a pattern of success, and there would be a pattern of failure, right? So then it's my job, right, as a consultant to help them, to actually apply Chinese metaphysics system, how to at least they get out from this so-called that a lot of people call this a black hole or downward spiral. How many of you here actually feel that you are in that downward spiral right now? Yeah, everything seems like it's not working, and you feel that you have bad luck. Right, and then even more to add insult to injury, someone told you that your birth chart for next year is a disaster. Right? Yeah, this is one of my someone I talked to today, and then this person very demotivated because everything is not working well in his career, and also he discovered that the birth chart a lot of clash, and then she's not happy. Yeah, and then I discovered that whatever she's thinking, it's not true. Yeah, because from the chart is saying that actually this person, there are 3 ways this person can actually overcome those obstacles. And the way I'm doing this is not because I'm so brilliant, right? I'm just a person. So the only thing here is I use certain tools like BaZi and Qi Men to help myself and also all of you here to actually make the right action. Take the right action by making the informed decisions so can create a better outcome. I think that a great destiny, a lot got to do with the decision that we make, right? So not only decision on what to do, but also decision on what to think, right? I think all of you here, right? I want to ask yourself, all of you here, one question first. When you wake up every single morning, do you actually decide what to think or how to think or not? Right? So if you're able to do it, right, you already won 50% of the battle. Yeah, but most of the time people are not, right. They let the environment dictate how they feel. I think 2 weeks ago, someone complained to me, say that she's not happy. I asked her why. She said that because her colleague doesn't greet her good morning. How is that? Right, and then her whole day is screwed because of this. So the only reason here is because she didn't decide that how to think, what to think on that day. Don't you think this is important, right? Because if this part, therefore, a lot of all these decisions here, actually we need to make in before. Like a lot of you here also asking, what will happen in 2022? You don't do it on 2022, right? You do it now, right? You need to plan now. So how do we actually make this happen here? Today, I'm going to actually tell you. I want to pick one topic here is about career. Yeah, career is a very important topic. I believe so because we spend 2/3 of our time working. Do you guys agree when I say that? Right? So therefore, if your career is not doing well, then there will be one problem. What problem is that? Then you will feel that your whole destiny is bad, right? Because you spend sometimes even more time you spend with your spouse, in your working, right? So you better make it right because 2/3 of the time is really a lot. So therefore, I actually have a lot of I compile a lot of arsenals, if you will, or tools to help you to do this. And today I'm going to share with you a few things that I use to help not only myself and also my client as well. How about that? Right? I share with you the technique I use in my private consulting. Yeah, I deal with a lot of private clients. Yeah, some of you probably is my client. I hope that that you actually are listening to all the action that I told you, right? And then you're applying it. Yeah. So and then you start to see things moving forward. So and I discovered that throughout all these 7 years of consulting, I discovered that a lot of time people around the late 40s, right? They'll come to me and say that Iverson, yeah, I'm in the crossroad right now. I hate my job, yeah, but I ask them, right, if you hate your job, then you just resign. You say, cannot, it's not that easy, Iverson, right? You don't know, because when you're at that age, yeah, your salary is too expensive. If you go out, people will rather hire someone younger than me. They tell me something. Is it true? Yes, it's true, right? And right now he cannot move because he hates his job. You know why? Most of the time they say I need to report to someone who is 10 years or 20 years younger than me, right? And then they're giving me hard time, right? So, but they cannot leave because they have a lot of commitment, right? Children education and then housing loan, right? Yeah. So that time when I actually talked to this group of people, the first thing I had in mind is I tell myself that time, right? I say, Iverson, when I reach those age, I don't want to be like them. Is it a good goal to have? A good goal, right? So yeah, it's a commitment, right? Yeah, tell ourselves, I don't want to be in that position only I ask for help. Why not I prevent it from the start, right? So because for him to turn around require times, because there's so many years of poor judgment that land him to that position. Agree? Right? So in order to take time to actually overturn the things might take a lot of effort and then a lot of time. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't think we should get there in the first place only to find a solution, right? So therefore, this actually sparked my interest of study more about this career development. Yeah, because it's governed 2/3 of our life. Then the next thing that people think about is, okay, if working for others is you cannot make a lot of money, right? Why not we actually start our own business? Don't you think this is a popular path, the most easiest path? If you don't like your job, then you start your own business, right? And a lot of people actually think like that. And the only flaws in this thinking is entrepreneurship is overrated. Do you guys agree or not? Yeah, if you actually open your Facebook social media or you look at all the content on the web or even magazine, although nowadays no one read magazines anymore. Yeah, so all of them that actually celebrates great entrepreneur, right? Then therefore it somehow makes us think that the coolest part of in a career is to start your own business. Yeah, the thing here is. Do you know that 95% of the entrepreneurs out there are poorer than employees? Yeah, or the working class people. Do you know that? Okay, I think the chat is a bit slow. Yeah, you're still typing your country here. So I don't know whether you can. Is it a real-time chat or not? Okay, so let me see here. All right. Okay, so I saw Melissa comment. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Melissa. You attended my consultation before, is it? Yeah, we were in your consult before, and your advice is great. Transformation, nice. Okay, thank you, Melissa. Okay, all right. So now, I think the chat is get back on track right now. Get us to speed. Okay, so where are we just now? Are we talking about entrepreneurship, right? What you see of those successful one probably represents less than 5% of the entrepreneur out there. Do you know 95% of them are struggling? Yeah, yet a lot of people, their dream is to become an entrepreneur just because they think it's cool, right? But a lot of working class people are more richer and more well-to-do than those entrepreneurs, right? So I want to think it's not just entrepreneur is the only way, right? So it's not for everyone, right? Running a business is like eating glasses, it's not that easy one, So if you're not wired for this right now, yeah, why not you set up actually plan on your career and don't actually do it in a way that you want to retire rich. I think that you should retire young. Right? Yeah, this is the thing. But in the society that said us that we must retire by the age of 55, or maybe right now they raise the age gap again, right? So that somehow it conditioned us that think that okay, we still have time. How many of you here actually agree with me? When you actually raise the retirement age somehow it let people think they have more time to burn to work. But do you realize that our productive time actually is not that much? Right? Probably hit around early 50s or 55, then that is our peak, right? So, and therefore, our goal here is to actually work within this, I would say, 20 to 30 years productive time. So, you're not only can retire, you want to retire young. So, you have more time to actually do the thing you want to do, right? So, this is my goal to help every of my clients, when they come to talk to me, all right? Some of them are more determined, they get results faster. Some people need to push, so I need to give a lot of tough love, right? I need to challenge them, so they are different type of people. So now, how many of you here committed to actually make a breakthrough in your career, not only in 2022, but beyond? Type the word me. I mean, seriously committed. Yeah, I want to talk to you today. Yeah, committed means that you're willing to do whatever it takes, right? No excuse. Okay, type the word me in the chat box. I want to see who you are. Wow, so many of you here. Nice, great. So how do we do this here? I'm going to actually share with you few ways to do the thing here. But before I continue, I want to actually clarify a few things that prevent that people use Barter chart wrongly. Yeah, this is very important, right? So I want to share with you this part first, because when you learn Barter to actually assess your, you want to do a career analysis, for example, then one thing I want you to actually look into is a lot of people will pay attention to one thing, that what they call is industry. How many of you here actually want to know about your favorable industry or your profitable industry, and you think that is the holy grail? As long I can find my favorable industry or the profitable industry, I'll be all right. Yeah, my life is great again. Okay, that is the greatest lie ever told, right? So I want all of you here to think about this, right? Let's say, let me give one example here. If I told you that your favorable industry is in technology, for example, so does it mean that the moment you enter a field that belongs to technology industry, you're going to succeed? I'm asking you a question. Let's say you discover that your favorable industry is tech industry. Is it means that the moment you join, you got promotion, and then you got a lot of money? No. Or yes? Okay, a lot of you say no, right? Actually, the answer is yes. If you are the only one. Okay. Yeah, if you're the only one in your parts that your favorable industry is fire, then maybe yes. But the thing here is, you're not the only one that your favorable industry is fire. Agree? Right? So do a lot of people. So I want you to actually think that actually you have competitor one, you know. If you're alone, yeah, let's say the whole 6 billion people, the only parts that favorite industry is fire is you, then maybe yes. Yeah, but you're not, right? There's so many, like this group here alone, right? Yeah, so a lot of you here, probably your favorite industry also fire. So therefore, industry doesn't really that important anymore. Do you see the point where I'm coming from, right? So, and the thing here is, you need to be at first, you need to be competitive, you need to be skillful, you need to be strong, right? You need to know the right strategy to approach your job. Make sense or not? Right? So when you think back, right, a lot of people actually after for industry, right, this one will never work. And their mind keep thinking, as long I'm in the right industry, I'm fine. So therefore, they fails a lot because they think that I don't need to do anything. The industry will support me. Yeah, the industry doesn't support you. The industry only support those people that can add value in this part here. Right, so therefore, when I look at parts, I'll look at a very different part. So this is the first thing I want to clarify first, because some of you here, you learn parts in this industry. A lot of people talking about favorable industry, and why I can tell you so is not because I created this, because I see so many clients. I discover a lot of them they actually enter the wrong industry, but they are ultra successful. How? Yeah, so in the end, it's not about the industry. Yeah, I also see a lot of people, they entered the perfect industry, but they're still struggling. And then they ask me, Iverson, why? Yeah, some of them ask me, hi, Iverson, how come I'm so pretty, but I still cannot get a job? Some people ask me like that. I don't know why. they actually call themselves pretty first, without asking me. Yeah, they already assume they're pretty. Yeah, it just happened. I don't know why. Yeah, a lot of people asking me this type of question. Yeah, whether I'm fat or not, or whether I'm pretty or not. They ask all these questions. Okay, so put this aside. I would say that industry might not be the great, I would say, criteria. Yeah, when we look at the chart. Okay, and then the second part, I realized that a lot of people, they actually emphasize on talent. Right? You look at the 10 profile, and then you see, okay, according to my 10 profile, I want to know my talent. If I got my talent right, then I'll be successful. I think a lot of people also think like this, right? I'm not saying it's wrong, but I say that your talent will keep changing, right? Let's say you get your partner consultation at the age of 20 years old, right? And then someone told you that your talent is you're good in accounting, you're good with numbers. So does it mean that your whole life you need to start with an accountant, guys? Right? No. Right, so I would say a proper partner consult, they're actually able to support you in terms of your career evolution. Right? Do you want to stop for the rest of your life doing accounting or not? No, right? Yeah, we evolve along the way. Yeah, either by force or you actually decide to do this. It could be a conscious decision. Agree? Right? So therefore, I want to think like this because I meet so many people. These are the two common questions people ask. What is my favorable industry? And then what is my talent? Yeah, that's it. Right? You realize that how superficial this information is. It's good to know, but it's not really useful. So for me, right? So if you see my evolution on the luck pillar, I do different thing on different time. Right? So you need to always go to the next level. The question here is, do you know your next level or not? Yeah, there'll be a next level for you, everyone. Yeah, so if you know, it's good. Yeah, some of you are very clear, right? If you don't know, then the partner can tell you. So today I'm going to show you 3 ways. Yeah, 3 ways to look at your partner. At least you can know something about your partner and you can do something about it. Yeah, this is our goal here. So, and if some of you curious, what I would say, what kind of hold on, let me just share whether I can share my screen or not. Okay, I think, let me see whether I can share or not. Okay, all right. Now, these are the 2 things that I use to help my clients, right? And then today, I'm going to talk more about partner first, right? Because there are so many things. Yeah, even partner itself, there are so many things, but in a consultation, yeah, then I'm going to use both of the system. They're either partner or Qi Men. Right, partner tell you about what you're good in doing, you're developing a skill and everything, and the Qi Men tell you how to be street smart in your working environment. There are 2 things. Partner is about enhancing your, I would say, your innate superpower, your gift, your ability to do things, right? But when you work in a company, there another part kicks in, politics, your ability to deal with people you don't like, or you have the boss from hell. I don't care how capable you are as a person, but if you don't know how to handle them, don't you think it's a problem as well, guys? Right? I discovered that 90% of the people facing problems in their career is not because they are not capable. It's because they don't know how to handle people. How many of you here actually agree with this? Right? Yeah, it's not about the talent most of the time. Yeah, they don't like their boss. You think 95% of the people that resign is not because they cannot do their job. Yeah, either they don't like their boss, there's some are very I would say unhelpful colleague, backstabbing, right? So that part you use Qi Men, right? So they use Qi Men to do it. Yeah, let's say you say I don't like this person. I heard that someone talked bad about me. I want to know from which department. Yeah, or how do I deal with these people? I hate this person, but somehow this person is responsible for my career development. Yeah, how do I actually be friends with this person? Whenever you talk about external side, the battle side, where you have competitor, then Qi Men is a great tool. So don't you think when you want to plan your career, these 2 parts is very important at the same time? Okay, so today I'm going to focus more about on the partner part. So one thing, the first thing I'm going to share with you here is this. Yeah, let me share my screen here. Yeah, this is a traditional way of reading the chart. How many of you here want to know, are you C-level material or not? Yeah, this is cool, right? Yeah, you want to know this? You know what C-level material? Maybe some of you already are. right? And then some of you are aspire to be, maybe for 2022, right? So we don't know yet. So maybe you want to actually do this. So now, how many of you here want to do this? You know what is C-level material? Anything that start with C. What is the thing that start with C? CEO, right? What else? CTO, CFO, CIO. Yeah, as long as they start with this C, right? Okay. So this one, in traditional way, they are a very, I would say, a fixed method. How do they actually do this? So I'm going to share with you first whether you have this thing here. There are so many C, right? Chief Data Officer, Chief Marketing Officer, Chief Compliance Officer. As long as got a C is cool. All right, don't care. Yeah. People like that. Yeah, they like to hear the word C. Okay. That's why it's C level. Anything that start with the word chief is C level. Okay. So now, let me just show you how to do this. The traditional way of actually doing this. Okay. Now, all of you here, I would like you to take out your bar chart. Your bar chart right now. Take out your bar chart. Now I'm going to show you something. Right. So let's see. I just shared my screen here. This is a sample bar chart. Okay. Let me just zoom out. So now this is a blank thing here. It's a blank chart. I want to show you something like this. In order to have this C-level material, according to the classic, there are one thing they call this three pressures, or they call this sample. In Cantonese. So if you have this configuration, it seems like you have so-called the talent to actually lead a high position successfully. Okay, so this one is not manager level. This is C level. Okay, so and in all these three pressures it come with these three stars: direct wealth, direct resource, and direct officer. Okay, these three stars here. So how do you know that you qualify for this? So this exercise here is either you have or you don't. Only these two possibility only. So if you don't, please don't cry. Okay, this is the first challenge only. Okay, now how do we do this? It's very simple. If you look at your bar chart, now let me just show you a bar chart here. I want you to actually identify this one. These three things here. All right, the top part. So in order to fulfill to a true C-level material, which means you have this CEO talent. Okay, there's no such thing called CEO talent. All right. I just make it up. So I think it's called leadership ability. All right. So now you need to actually have all this in here. So in this person, they have DR, direct resource. Okay, meet one criteria. Indirect wealth, no. HO, no. So this person is not. Okay, this is easy. So now, if to make things easier, I just use back this example here. So if here is DW, here is DO, and here is DR, is this person fit the bill of a CO material? Yes. In terms of the arrangement, it could be anywhere as long as it belongs to these three boxes, but it must have all these three elements: direct wealth, direct resource, and direct officer. Right? Direct wealth represent that this person have the very capable person that can get things done, and they're very dependable. Do we like this kind of person? With integrity. So, and direct officer represent title or good reputation. Right, so they actually have a big title like CEO and all those things. Right, the moment they go out to talk to people, they keep telling people they're CEO. Have you met someone like this? They're afraid people don't know they're CEO. Right, therefore, some people they use a lot of this title. They throw names, they throw title. This is the one. And another one here is direct resource. Direct resource represent you have a group of people supporting you. You have resources. So most of the time, you don't need to do things. You just need to instruct someone to do it. Okay? All right. So by having these three, don't you think that's why in the old days they're like this? Yeah, in the old days they say that if you have this kind of configuration, you can actually they can be the high officer. Yeah, they call Go Gun last time. Yeah, because last time everyone's dream is to become the officer. Yeah, for the country. So that's the one. So therefore, they always like to see this. Okay, now tell me, how many of you here have this three, total of three, all present in the at the top? The bottom is not counted. All right. So some of you asked about whether I can look at the bottom. The answer is no. All right. DW, DO, and DR. All right. Anything I didn't mention is not there. Yeah. Some of you asking, how about raw wealth? No, I didn't mention raw wealth, right? Yeah. So better don't create your own formula. Okay. Some of you don't have. Okay. Some of you is crying. Please stop crying. Okay, so I just want to see who got first. So I saw Sunny Young got, Mary Liz got this. Okay, nice. Okay, all right. So if you have this, I will say that in your life, it's not hard for you to thrive in corporate ladder. Yeah, it's sort of like given to you. Yeah, it's the question here is whether you want it or not, because you have all these criteria, the right criteria to actually achieve something like this, right? So it could be C-level or it could be government officer. Yeah, are part of this. Okay, all right. So some of you say I only got a DO and all those things, right? So now, how many of you here have two? You don't have three, but you have two. Type the word me. Okay. Okay, so you have two DR, still consider one, all right? Yeah, chill, right? Because you need to have the three different things, DO, DR, and DW, right? So if you have, okay, you have two. Okay, so you have two. Just to make you happy a little bit here, yeah. Okay, let me just show you. Let's say you have DO here, you have DW here, but this one is HO, so this one is wrong. I'm not, okay, I cannot use the word wrong here. I'll say it doesn't fit to that criteria. Okay, so therefore, what is lacking? You have DO, you have DW, right? What is lacking here? DR. So the way you can fill up this missing gap is if you can find there's a DR at your current lock pillar. Okay, all right. So if you can, this is how you do it. You have three now. So now you know when is the time you're able to thrive. If you depends on the luck pillar, if you have all in your natal chart, you can do it anytime because it's part of who you are. Okay, someone asked about other variation like 7K, all right? Anything I didn't mention will not be counted, all right? Otherwise, all of the element also fit to the build. Are you guys okay or not? Right? So I think part of learning BaZi, you need to have full acceptance of the information, all right? So if you don't have, it's fine, right? No need to cry, no need to do anything. Just accept it. I don't have. That's it. Move on. Okay. All right. Someone say, is it only on the top stem? Yes. We only see at the top stem, not somewhere else. Okay. All right. This is a traditional way for people to look at the BaZi chart. Only at the top stem. Yeah, like I mentioned, no hidden stem, only at the top stem. Yeah, the sentence is very simple. Only at the top stems. Okay, as you see some of you asking the question, hidden stem counted or not? Okay, let me repeat again, only on the top stems, all right? Okay, the solution here is accept it. Okay, in Cantonese, we call this what? 接受啦. Accept it, right? It's fine. It's just one of the criteria. Okay, so for those who don't have, right, let me tell you a piece of good news. Yeah, nowadays, do you know that not a lot of people, they want to become CEO anymore? Do you realize or not? Period 9. Period 9 is coming. Yeah, I want you to actually observe the current progression. Last time, when you are CEO, people treat you like, you're someone very special, or you're truly capable, right? But do you realize that at least for the starting since like few years until now, Yeah, the great title in a corporate job, they just call this corporate stooge, right? They don't even actually respect or they want to aspire to become. Yeah, the thing here is, right? So, and because nowadays, do you know that YouTuber can make more money than CEO? Do you know that? And then they only spend a small fraction of their time to do this, right? And then they can actually do stuff. So nowadays, CEO pay actually is not that a lot, and people don't want to become CEO anymore. That's why I told you this is a traditional way of looking at the chart. Okay, so are you guys feel happy now? For those who have zero, okay, yeah, okay, stop crying, yeah, okay, don't waste your tissue. Yeah, so they are very different. This is a very different world right now. So when we do a partial consultation for career, yeah, so we also need to change the perspective of reading the chart. Okay, yeah, so this is how we actually look at it. The world is changing. Nice. Okay, so now let me just show you the next one. We're going to talk about the first one here is if you have CEO level material, I advise you to actually climb the corporate ladder. For some of you have this, yeah. If you still like the word C, you still want to tell everyone I'm CEO. I got one friend very funny one. You know, every time we go for a reunion or dinner or we get together, and then sometimes we invite other people, not strangers totally, is from other group. You know, sometimes the friends that we mix with, right, not necessarily from our schoolmate, right? We have also other friends as well. Yeah, because when we grown up, right, in college, so we have a different groups of people. And then one of my friend is very funny one. He's a CEO in a company. The company only got 5 people. Yeah, the reason he's a CEO because the boss actually create a title for him called CEO. And then, you know, the first thing he greet everyone, he actually carry a stack of name cards. Yeah, I don't think people use name cards anymore, right? And then he keep, you know, it's like, you know, pass to everyone. Yeah, the whole purpose here is he want to tell everyone he's a CEO. He's so proud of it. Okay. Yeah, so if you aspire, if you have this C-level material, then I would say that you can actually pursue this path if you're happy with it. Okay. All right. So now this is the first piece of information I want to share with you today. Okay. Are you guys okay so far? It's easy, right? It's not too technical. I know that some of you are beginner, right? So is it okay or not? If you're okay, type the word yes. Yeah, type the word yes so I can proceed. Okay, Yan Chong say, hope your friend is not listening. I hope so. Okay, so if he's listening, then it's too bad. I can't do anything. Okay. All right, so many yeses here. Okay, now, the second thing I want to bring to everyone's attention today, yeah, because I only have like 1 or 2 hours, because career planning is something huge. Yeah, I cannot do it within like 2 hours, but I need to select something is important. So the second part here, I want to actually talk to you is this one. This is also something very important. Boss management specialist. Okay, yeah, you might think it's hardworking, right? No, hardworking is so yesterday. Right? So it doesn't work anymore. Right. So the thing is like this, yeah, boss management specialist. If you want to succeed in your career, yeah, this is one of the skill, right? Let's say I'm talking about career right now, your work. So, and one of the skill you must master is your ability to manage your boss. How many of you here think your boss is stupid? Or at least you're more intelligent than your boss? Yeah, a lot of my clients tell me that, you know, he say that, you know, yeah, my boss very stupid one, you know, I'm more smarter than him. Then I always tell them, right, I think that your boss must be smarter at least than you to become your boss, right? Is what I tell my client. Right? True or not? Right? If he can become your boss, I think he's smarter than you, right? Yeah, so I say that it's not about comparing who is smarter. I think more importantly, since your boss responsible for your promotion and your career well-being, don't you think you should learn at least to get your boss like you? Right? If your boss hates you, no matter what you do is irrelevant. Yeah, a lot of people always think, right, as long as I do great in my job, then it's fine. Maybe you still can work for the company, but you might not get all the opportunities. So one of the skills that I always tell people, if you want to succeed in your career, you must at least make your boss like you. Make sense? Right? Not necessarily must be love, right? So I'm talking about like you, right? So basically means that if you're happy when he talk to you, and maybe there's some mutual respect between both of you. Okay, so therefore this is the part that I use to help my client as well, right? So, and the boss management specialist. So how many of you here want to learn something about this? Okay, I'm going to share with you. There are so many techniques here. I'm going to share with you some of this. The easiest one is this. Let me show you this. Okay, so let's say this is your chart. Let's say, all right, for example, this is your chart. I want you to look at your noble people. Okay, so your noble people, there will be two animal signs. Always there will be two animal signs, right? So for this person is snake and rabbit. Okay, so now I want you to look at whether in the month pillar of this person, whether contains the nobleman animal signs or not. Since this person, the nobleman animal sign is snake and rabbit, is this person month pillar, the animal sign is snake or rabbit or not? No. So therefore, this person doesn't have a nobleman in his career. Okay, now don't actually analyze whether it's good or bad first, right? I'm just telling you how to actually retrieve certain piece of information from your party chart. Okay, it's no right? Okay, cool. So let's do another one just in case. So for this person, the nobleman is goat and ox. All right. So now second step, now you know that this person nobleman is goat and ox. So second step, we look at the month pillar. Under the month pillar, there's always an animal sign, isn't it? Right. So what is this animal sign? It's an ox. You see an ox here? Even you don't know Chinese, we actually print out the type out the English word there. So it's an ox. So which means this person, their month pillar have nobleman. And because the month pillar represent your career, so which means that your career will always support it. Okay, so now type in the chat box right now. How many of you here have your nobleman star inside your month pillar? Only month pillar. I don't care about your year pillar, your day pillar, or your hour pillar. I don't care. All right. So I just interested in month pillar. Type the word me. Okay. All right. So many. Okay. So if you have this, since nobleman represents support in your career, so which means that most of the time, you think about this, right? The only person that can support you most of the time is the one that is above you, yeah, or your boss or someone you're reporting to. So if you have this element in your work, right, even you make mistakes sometime, yeah, you're forgiven easily. Yeah, somehow your the boss like your attitude or the person you are. It's easy. Your career will be more smoother. Yeah. So for this, right, you actually ask all those people who type the word me. Right? Do you feel that or not? Your achievement in your work are easier than your colleague somehow because your boss likes you better. Yeah. No reason, right? All right. You see, Jenny so say quite true, right? Yeah. Sometimes you don't even need to try. You just need to be yourself. That's it. Yeah, this part is nothing to do with your capability. It's nothing to do with whether you're smart or not. I would say this one is a blessing that you have in your chart. Yeah, because everyone's chart have their own blessing or gift. Right? Yeah, so, but if you have this, then you have this, right? You see the comment, right? So many of them have this, right? They say it's true, right? So it's good. But for those who don't have, it's fine. Because you might have other blessing. Okay? There are more. Yeah, in a party chart. But now I'm not interested on other blessings first. I'm talking about, is it easier for you, for the boss to like you or not? If you are like that, you have this nobleman, somehow it's easy. And again, no matter where you go, that's the thing. If you change the company, right, and then you actually move another company, and then you see you also encounter the same thing happen over and over again, right? Of course, you still need to do your part, right? You cannot just take advantage. You don't show up to work. As long as you do your part, you get more opportunities than the others. Yeah, that is the power of BaZi. Okay, all right. Yeah, so yeah, you don't screw it up, right? Someone say, if I have this, but if I don't do my work, will you be there or not? There's always a limit, you know. Yeah, you don't mess it up. Okay, all right, nice. So once you know this is the first piece of information, and again, this piece of information you only can know about it and aware about it. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, you just know, or you didn't. Yeah, at least make some of you happy and some of you not so happy. So if you don't have this, yeah, then I would like to actually do one more part for you today. Here is let's talk about one thing here. If you cannot get your boss automatically to like you, but don't you think you can do something to actually make your boss like you? Right? Cannot. Yeah, you can do something. So now, your ability to do something means that you have the ability to understand what the boss need, and sometimes you're willing to actually lose the battle to win the war. Right? Sometimes you know your boss is wrong, yeah, but you don't want to point it out directly, right? Because you're going to lose face, right? So, and then in the end, you just think you know what you want in the end, right? So you just keep quiet. So that one is also a skill. So some people have this, some people don't. Okay, so if how do you actually do this? Check this is like this. So if you look at your chart, I want you to actually scroll down to this part. Oops. I want to scroll through this part here, and then I want to see there is one thing called direct officer. This direct officer, there's a percentage here, right? This one talking about, do you have a strong affinity with your boss or not? Basically means that, you know, do you know how to manage your boss or not? Yeah, the first one, the nobleman, you don't need to do anything, right? Yeah, you're just given. But let's say you are not, then this is your rescue. Okay, direct officer, look for direct officer. Direct officer could appear anywhere, right? For this person, it just happened to be here. Look for direct officer, and then you look for what? This one. Okay, guys, how many of you here is 0? Okay, all right. Yeah, so you learn how to manage it. I'm not asking you to be a pushover, right? I'm telling you, handle your boss tactfully. You know how to complement the weaknesses. Okay. Yeah. So if you have a value there, then you have this talent with you, right? You by default, somehow you know how to do this. Okay. All right. So if you don't have that, you need to learn it the hard way, right? To do more. If you have, I'll say a good one would be around 70 to 90%. Yeah, that one would be a good range to have. Right, so I would say the better is, the more stronger, the more intuitive you are in terms of handling your boss. If your level is lower, then you need to buy a book to learn. Is there a lot of book actually talking about how to manage your boss? Right? Yeah, pick a book and read it. Okay, so especially if you're 0, then you can you one book is not enough for you. You need to buy 10 books if you're 0. Someone just now say, right? If you're 0, then how? Now I tell you how. Okay, buy 10 books. All right, how to actually learn how to manage your boss better, or at least learn BaZi. Yeah, because BaZi also can tell you how to manage your boss. Okay, yeah, do that. 100% is fine, right? So don't complain. You have 100%, guys. Some people have 0. You know, they are crying right now, and then you're asking me 100% okay or not? Come on. Okay, cut them some slack. All right. So if anything you're not 0, I think it's fine. Okay, let's not to be too specific here. Yeah, so if you're 0, remember what? 10 books. Or you learn BaZi. Yeah, learn BaZi also can. Right, so why you want to learn BaZi? Because you want to secretly plot your boss chart and then learn how to manage your boss. Okay, let me give you one example here. Let's see. let's see what. Okay, let me just use one example. Which one I think? Okay, this one is good. So now, if your boss, now this is your boss chart, all right. If you discover, let's say tomorrow, tomorrow got work, right? Yes. Okay. If tomorrow you secretly go and actually plot your boss chart, and then you discover is this one, right? It's a sin metal. So now you know how to handle this person. This person like compliments a lot. Okay. All right. So if you want to work with this person, if your boss day master is a sin metal, then one thing, you only need to do one thing, right? Praise your boss. Give your boss credit. Okay. He like that or she like that a lot. Even she look like a T-Rex, tell her she look like a princess. Cannot. Yeah, you must able to switch this fast, you know. That's why you learn BaZi. Right, that's why a lot of time, right, when I work with my client, I ask them to plot their boss BaZi as well, right? So I can tell them, you know, how to actually manage the boss better. Okay, yeah, this is a trick. Yeah, of course, now beginner, I just tell the day master, but when you look at it, you need to look at the whole chart, right? So I still remember that time when I'm still in a corporate line, because before I doing this, I do my own thing. Last time I was in a corporate, I still remember there are times. Yeah, this one I think I shared 2 days ago. There was a time when I joined this company. This is a friend's company. And then after 2 months, and then they have a conference overseas. And then the team asked me to go there because I'm working in a project. So I'll be the one who presenting that project to a group of premium or premier client or high profile client. Okay, so after that, I do my presentation to them. After that, then there'll be a lunch. Yeah, they'll serve a lunch. And then the CEO, the assistant CEO of the company actually we queuing up for the lunch, right? To take food is a buffet. Then that time, the CEO assistant told me, Iverson, just now, when you did the presentation, you say that, okay, I'm very happy with it. You know, I like the way you present. And then before I able to respond to her, from the corner from my eye, I noticed that my boss actually queuing behind me. All right. And I know she's a sin metal. Yeah. And then I say, no, what you see from me, I get it from her, my boss. Okay. Do you know that yesterday she actually helped me to rehearse this countless time? Otherwise, I'm not able to pull that off. That's what I told the assistant CEO. Because my boss is behind and she's a sin metal, right? What do you expect me to say then, right? And you know, after I tell that, I can see my boss face. Wow, so happy. All right, it's just like in the cloud, you know. And you know what? I got early confirmation. Yeah, by right in that company is 6 months time. Yeah, and then I got the confirmation at 3 months. I think 2 to 3 months time. Yeah, so yeah, this is strategy. Right? Someone say, hey, maybe is it too fake? I don't care, right? So as long as I get what I want, I mean, who cares? It's not like I'm doing something illegal. Yeah, I can make her happy, and I got my promotion. And she's a sin metal. Yeah, I got her chart in the first week. Yeah, the funny part here is someone say, is it a guy or a lady? It's a lady boss. It's a lady boss. She's a very good person, by the way. Right. So I still remember when I joined the company. The first day I joined, right, I noticed my colleague, at that time I'm still very new, I don't know them, right? They all grouped together, and then they're like talking something about me. I'm also curious. So after a few days, I get to know them, right? I'm asking, hey, what are you actually talking about? Because when you're doing that, you're looking at me and you're smiling at me. Is it I'm doing something wrong? They say, no, Iverson, right? So don't take it in the wrong way, because we are trying to make a bet how long you're able to stay at your position. Because according to history, no one can last more than 3 months. Okay, then I ask one of the colleague there, right? I say, hey, then how much you bet for me? How much time frame I have here? He say 2 weeks. Other people can last for 3 months. Now you bet I only can stay here for 2 weeks. Yeah, so that time I plot the chart, and then I act according to the BaZi, sin matter, right? Like compliment, all those things. I do exactly the same thing. Yeah, not only I able to stay, and then I able to actually get confirmation early. How about that? 八字 useful or not? Yeah, I already using one element, right? So, but when you read the whole chart, you need to look at the whole chart, all the configuration, then it can tell you more. Then you can actually perform better. Okay? All right? Yeah, so you need to know, yeah, what is the nature first? Are you guys okay or not? Okay, someone say Iverson boss joining the group. Or maybe she is. Okay? Yeah, but that's why I told just now she's a good person, right? Yeah, just in case. All right. Yeah, so you can use that as well. Okay, now, of course, I cannot go through everything here. I want to show you how you can use Bazi to do this. And how about another thing here is, if you want to manage your boss better, I think one of the part is also your ability to market yourself well, packaging. Yeah, this is very important, right? Yes. Okay, someone asked about how do you get your partner boss time. I don't get the time. The time I knew it later. Yeah, when I get we get closer, the time when we are like few months after that, then I get the time. But from the start, I didn't get it. I got her IC, yeah, from one of my colleague. My colleague is a CNN. You know a CNN? You know everything what happening in the office. Yeah, so I don't need the time. I only knew the time later. But the time damage already done. Too late. I already executed my strategy already. Okay. Yeah, Max Tang say get from HR, not so easy. Yeah, because it's a MNC, it's a regional company. Yeah, they have a very strict procedure in terms of confidentiality. Okay. All right. So, and now, back to what I'm talking about just now, right? Your ability to manage your boss, also one thing. In order to get the boss to like you, you must also know how to market yourself. Is it true? Right? So you must learn how to market yourself, because a lot of us tend to think that as long we are hardworking, we put 100% of our effort, our boss will understand. How many of you here think like that? Used to think like that. And later on, you found out it's not true. Right, so yeah, of course, all of us here are when we are young, we tend to think like that, right? Because you watch too much movie already. All the movies like that, right? Do you realize that or not? Especially if you watch TVB movie, right? Someone very hardworking, yeah, they work until very late at night. Then the mom bring in the soup for them to drink, and then ask them to sleep too late. And after 3 months, fast forward, then they become CEO, right? That's how people think it is. Yeah, that's the problem. Watch too much movie. Yeah, but in the real world, your boss also very busy. And most of the time, they don't even know what you're doing, right? It's your job, it's your responsibility to tell them your value. Agree? Right? So therefore, one skill is about your ability to market yourself. Right? Because your boss is, you think your boss only manage you only, is it? He have a whole team to manage. Yeah, he won't dedicate whole time just to watching what you're doing, what you know. It's your job to tell them. Okay, some people might say, your colleague might say you're bragging. So what? Doesn't matter. Right? If you really deserve a compliment and if you really did a good job, why not? You just share information. You're not bragging, right? Okay. So now, once you actually do this, then I will say that if you look at the bar chart, some people are better than the others in terms of market themselves. Okay. So let me show you how to do this. Yeah, very quickly, I want to show you how to do this. Very simple. You take out your chart, and then you actually scroll down to this part. Okay, this we call the 5 structures. And I want you to look at the output element. The output element represents your ability to market something or to actually paint an impression to someone. Okay, so now the higher the value is, the better your self-marketing skill is. So I want you to look at your chart right now. What is the value there? Obviously, this person is not so good because it's only scores like what, 20%? Right? If this person, the value is here, then it's different, right? So I'm looking at the beige color. All right, not the purple color shade, the beige color. So for this person, it's not so high. So I want you to look at your chart to see what is your value. Okay, type in the chat box. Okay, 100%. 100% talk too much already. Just joking. You're still good. Okay. All right. Okay. Someone say, oh my God, I'm so low. No wonder I'm bad at it. Okay. Never mind. At least now you know. Okay. All right. So this is your default talent. You still need to actually aware of this. Okay. Now, what if I can give you actually exactly, how do you market yourself? Even though you're zero, you can improve it. How many of you want this piece of information? The exact thing to market about yourself based on your parts. I haven't reviewed this before. Probably this is the first group you're going to get in this. If you want it, type the word yes. Yeah. I want to give you the exact information. Okay, nice. All right. So especially if you're zero or below 40%, the more you need to learn this. If you're around 80% and above, I would say that you already very natural on this, right? You don't need this. Okay, now, I want you to pay attention to this. First step here, of course, you need to look at your output element. And don't you think your output element actually comes with an element as well? It could be water, it could be fire, it could be metal, earth, or wood, right? So now, just in case to ensure you understand, what is the element that relates to your output element among the 5 elements? For this case here is water, right? So let me do another one. For this person, okay, the output is fire. Okay, yeah, everyone clear on this? So I want you to type in your element that associated with your output. Okay, nice. Okay, so now let me go through. There are only 5 here, right? So if your output element are associated with fire, you need to show more of your passion of doing stuff, energy, enthusiasm. That is the one you need to show more if your output element is fire. Okay? Right? They're the one that starts to say, hey, I'm going to do this. They're excited. Yeah, they're positive. They're full of life. Whether they really know what they're doing doesn't matter. One. Yeah, at least you show people, you're very passionate. Okay, you are very dramatic. Okay. Yeah, only this type of people allowed to have drama. Okay, yeah, so that is a fire. If your fire is like this, okay. Now the second one, if your output is a water element, the way you market yourself, you need to market yourself as an expert of something, like a Yoda, full of wisdom and knowledge. Okay, yeah, expert. Most of the time you don't talk one, but when you talk, you actually move your head like this. All those people, the wise people. Yeah, they're full. They are the person you go to when you need information. You don't talk too much, all right? If your water is your output, don't talk too much first. Because if you talk too much, you already reveal what you're thinking. And if you're not smart, then they already know you're not smart, right? So better keep quiet. At least they don't know. Okay. So the keyword here is, knowledge, wisdom. Okay, all right, nice. So now, the third thing here is if your output is metal, all right? True, right? Yeah, Amanda said you're so right. Yes, it is. Because it's a butter chart, is like that. So is it useful or not? Guys, do you like this piece of information? Yeah. Now you see how we see career, right? Not just like your talent, your favorite industry. That one is kindergarten level. Yeah, that one cannot get to where you want to be. That one is for entertainment purposes only. Or for you to break the ice. Yeah, but for the actual real life value, not much. Okay, now I'm teaching you this is a real actionable item. Okay, all right. So, okay, nice. You're welcome. You're welcome. So now the next one here is metal element. Your metal element. If your metal element, the way you should show more and market yourself as someone that is quick in decision making. So you need to be decisive. This is very important. Yeah. How many of you here your output is this metal element? Okay. Yeah. So are you decisive or not? More importantly, is do people know you're decisive? That's more important. Yeah. So if you are metal, you need to be like that. Right. Even so, if someone asks you, right, where to go to eat lunch today, decide one. Yeah, don't say okay, whatever also can, or maybe let other people decide. No, decide anything, everything you also decide. Okay, you need to let your boss know that you are a very decisive person, because metal is something that cut things apart. They decide. They're either yes or no. You think about this, right? When you chop a tree or a piece of wood, they break into two parts, right? Into half. Either yes or no. That is a metal chop wood, right? They need to be decisive. Okay. So, and also they must be great in execution. Now, once they decide, what is a true decision? Tell me. What is a real decision? A lot of people thinking they are making a real decision, but they are not. A real decision must follow up with action. Agree? Right? Yeah, so that is a real decision. A lot of people say, I decide to become rich, but after they decide it, they go back home and sleep and then wake up eating burger while watching Netflix. Is it a real decision? How many of you actually do that? Yeah, I still remember one time I actually do that. Yeah, so I told my friend, hey, I want to lose weight. And the moment I go home right after the lunch, and then I sit down and order another burger, and then I watch Netflix. Yeah, that one is not a real decision. All right. Real decision has to follow with action. So therefore, for metal element, you need to actually do that. Okay, all right, nice. So now, next one. Okay, some of you asked about the water. The water already go through already, right? So probably can watch a replay or something, but I won't repeat that anymore. Yeah, so you can ask the group here. The group can help you. Yeah, because if I do that, then someone asks another thing, then they open another can of worms. Then I cannot finish everything. Okay, so you check with the group, right? They can tell you, or you can watch the replay. Maybe they are replay. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Okay, now the fourth one here is about our earth element. So if your output is earth element, you need to portray consistency and you need to portray reliability. All right. So if you show up to work at 9 a.m., you make sure you do that every single time. Okay, whatever it is, you need to be consistent on everything. Okay, all right. So now, the next one, the next one here is wood. How many of you here, your output element is a wood element? Type the word me. Okay, so many of you here. Nice. Okay, so if your output is a wood element, yeah, then one thing here, you need to always willing to explore new things, constantly evolving, right? So I would say you work with technology. You are the one that adopt new technology. Let's say in a meeting, right? Someone suggested something new. There are two camps. One camp you say, this is too risky, right? The old way is better. Yeah, if you're wood element, you say, no, I'm willing to try it. You're the early adopter of new technology. You're willing to explore the unknown. That is the wood element for you. So do you market yourself that way or not? If you're able to do it, then you already have some unfair advantage in your strategy, yeah, to climb your corporate ladder or to be successful in your career. Okay. Yeah, this is real stuff, Yeah, I can charge this as a class, yeah, but I decided not to. I decided to share with all of you here, yeah, for free. And by the way, you're the first group who actually got this piece of information. Okay. All right. So Chat Chong asks, how do I be consistent in everything for Earth? Yes, Earth element to be consistent. Consistent means what? What you say you do it. That is consistent. Integrity. All right. You walk your talk. That is consistency. So when you keep your promise, people believe you, right? You're reliable. Yeah. So guys, once I told you this information, can you relate back to your own working style or not? Do you find this is useful? Right? Parcel is not that complicated anyway, right? Yeah, this is what I do, yeah, for my clients all the time. If they ask this question, yeah, so, and especially on the transformation process. This is what I'm sharing with them. Now you know, you can advise your family as well. Yeah, your family, your friends, and everything. Okay, all right, so nice. Okay, thank you. All right, cool. So there's a lot. Some of you asked about how to actually know more information. All right, so I know some of you are new here. Probably this is the first time you're seeing me, right? So if you are thinking about like how to connect with me, or because I constantly actually share information out, right? So and for free, by the way, right? So I like to do that because if I don't share it out, then I forget. Yeah, that's the part, right? So and I do a lot of this in my Telegram and Instagram channel. So how many of you here are part of my Telegram and Instagram channel? Yeah, so we can keep in touch, right? So because that's how you learn something, right? You immerse of something. How many of you here actually part of the tribe? Okay, so yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you, all of you here. So just in case some of you here just now asking, right? How do I connect with Iverson? Yeah, some of you asking this. So I have a lot of content, yeah, inside there. Wow, so many of you already part of it. Okay, nice. So just to share with you a little bit here, like this one is one of the content, right? Dump money for 2022 and so many things. If you want to stay in contact with me, then you can actually scan this this thing here. So many of you already joining, right? So from here you can actually go through a lot of contents that I actually uploaded. Okay, someone say every day refresh my Instagram and Telegram. Oh, then you must already saw the Heaven and Clash posting, right? Yeah, the funny post. Okay, there are so many of it. So this is the link. You can actually click on it, and then you can check on the chat box right now. Yeah, the team just posted the link there as well. All right, so you don't do it now. Okay, now we're still in a webinar. You do this after, right? So you can keep in touch with me, because some of you ask when is my upcoming webinar or any exciting information. That's where you're gonna get it. Okay, all right, nice. So now, and do you want more information or not? Do you want to learn more today? Are you in the mood to learn more today or not? Since I've in mood, because I see a lot of comment. You told me I'm very fresh, right? So I also happy also. So and therefore I good mood that I can talk to you more. Do you want more things or not? All right, nice. Okay. Now, I'm going to share with you one more part here, right, of today, because remember there are 3 ways we're talking about to stop drifting from our career. One part is about the C level, where you understand whether you have this material or not. The second part here is, instead of get distracted, I think the real goal here is to learn how to manage your boss, which I already tell you. So the third way, you have to stop drifting and take control of your career is about the power of anticipation. Yeah, the power of anticipation. So let me just show you the slide here. Okay, all right, nice. Yeah, this is the third thing I'm going to share with you today. All right, the power of anticipation. Because in BaZi, there are one part that I like about BaZi is the ability to tell you what is the probable future that might happen. I'm not saying it's carved in stone, that's a probable future. And if you know it, then you can plan better, right? So it's about like you're doing a time travel. You travel to the future, you sort of like see a probable outcome, then you can return back to the present and do things differently. How about that? Is it cool, right? BaZi is like this. So you can return to the present to do things differently. If you do different things in the present moment, don't you think your future will be different as well, guys? Right? The secret to a great future lies in the present, right? If you make the present become better, automatically your future will be better. How many of you here agree with this? Or it resonates with you? Yes, it is. Yeah, so many of you say yes. Okay, yeah, that is the secret, right? A lot of people keep thinking about future. It's about the present. But if you know the probable future, you can do different things in the present moment. So therefore, in BaZi, there are one part they call you can actually anticipate. So you can look at the luck pillar, of course, is one of the way. But now I don't want to look that far. I would say that one of the important thing is we look at the annual pillar. Like next year, next year is a water tiger, right? It's a water tiger. Then you want to know what is the interaction you might have for your career so you can prepare. How many of you here want to know this? Okay, so let me show you how this is done. Yeah, I'm pinning the, okay, now. So this is the chart here. So next year is a Ren Yin, right? So it's, okay, I'll write the English word better. Water tiger. Yeah. Okay, water tiger year is 2022. It's next year. So now, what we do here is like this. Since we are talking about career analysis, so you know that next year is a tiger year, right? So tiger is the king of next year. So, and if you are the opposing element or you're the opposition party, then don't you think there will be a clash? So the element that is totally opposite with tiger is monkey. Yeah, so this energy is not compatible. So think about this. You are the one against the president, right? Is it hard or not? It could be, right? There's some resistance, right? So what if? How many of you here, your month pillar is a monkey? Check your chart, your month pillar. Yeah, because if it's a monkey, then the tiger will clash with the monkey. All right, type the word me and let me see who you are. Don't worry, don't cry first. Yeah, delay first. Yeah, later you can cry after the webinar. All right. Just joking. Okay, all right, nice. I saw the comment flooded in already. Okay, so now I want to think a little bit, right? Put in thinking cap right now, and I want you to actually try to think about if there's a clash in my career, what likelihood of the outcome would be. Okay, yeah, what would that be? Yeah, so let me tell you. Yeah, there are if you have the monkey here, that either you change your boss, or you change your job role, or you change your company. Okay, big change. So let me repeat again. Either you change your boss, or you change your role, or you change your company. How do you know which is which? Then you need to look at the 10 gods, right? If it's a DO, could be your boss, right? If it's an output element, could be your job. So that one, I won't go through that detail first, but at least now you know either of these three, right? I think that is good enough for now. Just one piece of information. And if you are monkey there, even right now, even before reach 2022, you already have that kind of thoughts already. Right now, even you haven't, that 2022 haven't come in yet, right? Yeah, so someone say already changed in November. November is not counted. There are one more coming. Chong. Okay, so this one is next year, right? But maybe some of you already very stressed. You already plan to actually look for another job for next year. Okay. All right, check your chart. Yeah, so now, if you are not monkey, right? If you're not monkey, there are also another two animal sign that also susceptible. Maybe is 50% of the effect is dragon and rat also. So how many of you here in the month pillar, beside monkey, you also have dragon or rat? This one also affected. Yeah, but not as a direct hit as the monkey. Okay, changes doesn't mean it's bad. All right, it just means that, yeah, the way you do things will be different. Okay, Amanda, I saw you say it's red, right? Okay, get prepared. So now, there are two ways to do this, right? Since the changes going to happen, you either let the change to happen to you, or you initiate the change first, right? You can do that. That's the whole reason you want to know BaZi earlier. Yeah, it's not just to know the information and then you go home, you cannot sleep, right? So if you want to do something right now, you want to make a changes, is it possible that you tell your boss that you want a more challenging, different role? Possible? Yeah, I can share with you one of my experience. That year I have a clash. I also don't like to work that kind of thing anymore. Yeah, because that time I'm doing IT. Then I asked to do marketing, totally different during a clash year. I initiate the change. And the good thing here is the boss agreed. He even buy me some marketing books. I initiate it because I know there's a clash on that year. I do it early. I do it early in the year. So, and I able to actually do that. So I'm just telling you one of the solution. Yeah, how to do this. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let me repeat again. Monkey. Yeah, it could be a dragon or rat. Right. Pay attention to these three elements. There will be a career change. And every time you see a clash like this, right? I don't want you to take this negatively, right? Because every clash represent a courage. Yeah, it represents a courage to do something. Have you met someone that they keep telling you they want to resign, but after 10 years they're still in the same company, and your children already 10 years old? Yeah, sometimes it's like that. It's like that, right? So, and they don't have the courage. But during a clash year, suddenly you have this newfound courage to do something. Only that 1 year. Okay, so do you want to take these opportunities or not? That's the thing. Yeah, so another way I'm telling you, the clash also means that you finally tell yourself, I had it, right? I'm not willing to tolerate anymore. This is it. Yeah, so enough talking. I want to take action right now. That is a clash. Okay, all right. So is it the clash is not that scary anymore? Right, I'm just telling you, yeah, it's not. There's much more thing to actually learn from the parts. Okay, now I want to ask how many of you here, after you learn all this, right, you discover that actually parts. I'm not even talk about Qi Men yet, right? So how many of you here actually truly believe that this parts can help you a lot in so many ways in your career? Type the word me. Yeah, I don't want you to give me a diplomatic answer. I want to give me how you truly feel inside. It's okay to say no, right? I'm fine. Okay. Yeah, so I want to know, how do you see this is a real value? Not only you can help yourself in your career development, but also for your children or everyone, right, that you have the privilege to meet with. All right. Okay. So nice. So and there are two ways to do this. Yeah, there are two ways. Yeah, if you're interested. One way here is you can learn BaZi, can learn Qi Men. Yeah, this one, it can take you like another 5 years, yeah, to master the art. Then you can actually do this yourself, right? Then if it's another way, if you are someone that impatient, you want to get the information right away, so you can start to deploy the strategy based on your BaZi. Then another option here is to do this. Yeah, let me show you the path for you, right? If 2022 and beyond, you want your life to be totally different. You don't want to have the same things anymore, right? You want something new. I would say that one way is doing career coaching, right? So this is the one that I'm opening up for 2022 and onwards, because this month there's a limit. It's already full. Yeah, so I think if you want to engage with me, then I'll say we next month, right? So I think it's good because next month is before the tiger year kicks in. You can start this part out, right? So let me tell you first, right? Whether do you need this or not, right? Maybe some of you don't need this, okay? Yeah, so let me just tell you first. Yeah, so you check whether this is something you need or not. So I discovered that there are 4 types of career problems. Okay, the first one here is career setback, where you have been fired, you're being laid off or demoted, or even you put on a performance plan program, or maybe you are jobless right now, yeah, because your company closed down due to pandemic or whatever reason. Okay, so maybe you're part of this. I don't know, right? So, and this is the thing here. And the second part here is lack of direction. How many of you here actually met someone like this, or maybe you think you're like that, right? This one is not that you are jobless. You have a job, right? And but you feel that you're underutilized, you are uninspired, you hate every Monday, and you also feel unappreciated despite of what you do, right? But you really hate your job, yeah, but you just don't know what is the next direction for you. How many of you here actually belong to this category? Yeah, maybe some of you, right? Type the word me. Yeah, so I get to know. Yeah, all right. Now, the third one is the fear of unknown, right? Now, this one is very different. This one, you have the desire to change already. You want to break into a new industry and use different skill, but you sort of like don't know how because the fear take over. So you could be at this problem. How many of you here actually in this one? Maybe the family commitment, or you don't know whether you can succeed in the new role or not, right? It could be, yeah, the fear of the unknown. Okay, and then finally, maybe you belong to this. This is what I call navigation crisis. So this one is different. This one is you have a job you like. Yeah, this one you like your job. Totally opposite. Yeah, just not that one you want to change, right? This one you like your job a lot, but the progress are not moving at the rate that you want. Yeah, you're struggling to navigate which path that lead to least resistance because you want more, but you feel that your progress is very slow, even though you like your job. How many of you here belong to this? You want to stay in the current company, but it seems like your progress is not moving as fast as you want to be. It's not a setback. You still gain, you still have make money, but you don't see future prospect if you stay here for the next 5 years. Yeah, these are the real problems, right? That I discovered that a lot of people are facing. Yeah, what if the BaZi, right? And I'm using Qi Men as well to help you to address all these issues here. Will you be interested or not? Okay, so and let me tell you how do I do this here. Okay, so this career coaching comes with 3 sessions of one-to-one career coaching session, and it's like I'm talking to you privately. This one is not a group. Like right now, I'm doing a webinar. It's very different, right? I'm talking to thousands of you here. But when I do this career coaching means that because everyone's problem is unique, I plot your BaZi chart, your Qi Men chart, and I'm going to meet you online one-to-one. It's confidential as well because only me know your information, all right? So you are safe on from that sense because some of you want to protect your own confidentiality. So don't worry about that, right? So this will be a private conversation, and I divide this into 3 sessions. Yeah, 3 sessions. Why? Yeah, that's the reason why I do this, because the first session here is about clarity. How many of you here want to know what you had in your chart? Your talent, your potential, how do you become more attractive? Yeah, how do you, what kind of career persona you should adopt? What is your career theme for your destiny? Everything about yourself. Don't you think you want to sort this out for once and for all? So you don't need to ask this question again and again. All right? Don't you think this is something is important? Because if you are not clear, you don't know what strategy to adopt, right? Because you don't know what you have. So the first session is all about what you have in a deeper level. Okay? So once you know this, then the next part is interesting. Session 2, right? Each session here would be 1 hour. So, and then we move on to session 2, also 1 hour here. So we talk about strategy. So this is a part I'm going to use Qi Men, right? How to get what you want. Because now you have a plan. You want to start a side gigs, how are you going to do it? Is it the right time or not? Is it the right product? Is it the right market to do it? Or maybe you want to learn how to manage your boss. Or maybe there are new colleague coming in and then he make your life difficult, right? How do you deal with this person? What is this person fear? How do you get this person as your ally? Right? Don't you think this is important as well? Yes. Session number 2 is about real life. It's about better plan. Okay? So once we go through this, then you can go to the 3rd session is transformation. Transformation talking about, I think everyone will agree with me when I say that we don't want to work for the rest of our life, at least not working for money, right? You still can work, but that's not the reason is for the money. If you don't work for money anymore means that you have enough, right? So don't you think you become more productive? There are no fear, right, in whatever you're doing. So therefore, this part is beyond your career. It's about managing your finance, your freedom, and how do you get out of the rat race the soonest that you can, right? Therefore, I call this transformation. Okay? All right. So are you interested on this or not? Each of these is unique, is based on your parter chart. And by doing this, you're able to form a plan to actually reach your goal sooner, your career goal. Okay, so now, and let's talk about the investment for this coaching session here. So for in total of 3 sessions, there will be the investment cost of US dollar 1,200. Normally last time we charged 5,000, right? So now we actually do this for all of you here. We're going to do it for just 1,200. All right. So, and the good thing here is, how about this? We also provide a limited bonus for you, 3 personal achievement and date selection for you to execute important activities. All right. Yeah, this comes with this. And now, in total, this one will cost you 2,225 for investment, right? You think about this, right? You spend so much money in education like college, right? So, but this one is the one that really get you ahead, right? So therefore, we are not, for all of you here today, if you want to take everything here, I will say that we have a very special proposal for you. It's only 997 for everything I listed here for today, right? So, but I want you to only consider this if you see a true value on this, right? I think that what is important to you, because there are only 2 pains in life: the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. I'm not saying that if you do this coaching session is easy. I'm going to be hard on you. There'll be homework. If you don't do it, I will give you pressure. Okay? This is not like, there's a button to click, then everything will be fine. I'm going to tell you directly right now. There's a homework, there's an action plan. Are you up to it or not? Are you an A player? Or you shy away whenever things getting tough or hard for you? Who are you? Right? So this is the real deal here, right? So here is not just talking. It's all about action and application. So if you think, this one is right for you, I only interested to work with serious person, all right? So, and the reason I'm doing this is more for my passion and hobby. So therefore, I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste my time either, right? I want to actually talk to someone that deserves to be successful. And how do you know whether you are the one? Is whether you're committed or not. Only one thing, right? Are you committed? If you're committed, a lot of things could happen. If you're not committed, you can give thousands of excuses. Agree? Right? So if you're truly committed, like I tell you, this one, my schedule is packed, right? So I only open this for 20 slots. And I tell you, we will not be in December because December is already full, which in fact in January is almost getting full right now. So I think the earliest slot you can plan, it will be on January. I don't want to give you something that if you expect is December, I tell you upfront, earliest would be in January. All right. And then I think it's good because it's right before we enter the Tiger year, February 4th. So if that is you want to actually do something for yourself differently, for 2022 and beyond, I would say, consider this. Okay, so there you go. This is the price for it, and then this would be the link for you to click on it. So I want all of you here to pay attention to the chat box right now. The team actually posted the link there as well, right? So you can grab it for the first 20, and then the team will arrange with you for the first meeting with me, right? The first meeting is about what? Clarity. At least you get the clarity part first, right? Otherwise, your strategy and transformation is irrelevant. Okay. All right, so I leave this with you. This word here is up to you to take charge of your career, not someone else. I want you to think about this, right? Your boss do not responsible for your success. The only responsibility your boss has is they have an obligation to give you money or the paycheck by the end of the month. If they're able to do it, their responsibility ends. Agree? It's not the boss' job to make you successful. A lot of people think it is, but it's not. The boss job is to give you salary by the end of each month. It's our obligation and responsibility to make ourselves successful while working. That is the true essence or the secret of career success. Okay, so if you are interested, there you go, right? So it's open for 20. Okay, so that's the link for you to go. You're going to get 3 coaching sessions and also 3 personal achievement date selection. Yeah, and in total, it was just around 997 for you. And you save around 1,253. Okay, so Elaine Wong asked about how about entrepreneurship? Yes, it's part of it because a lot of the career coaching that I did, I mean, for the last few days, they also like to have side gigs. How many of you here like to have a side career, like a side gigs or start something? It's part of this, right? Because in period 9, no one will have only just one job. Do you realize that? Everyone talking about financial freedom not through their main job. They actually want to make more money through their side gigs or their part-time job or side gigs or all this part here, then they make better. So some of you ask, is this consultation actually include this part? Yes, it is. If you want to have a side gigs, yeah, we can talk about that. All right. So there are no so this one, I leave it up to you, yeah, to consider. Yeah, if you are decided to do this, talk to them so you can actually belong to the first 20 of this group here. Yeah, of course, if you ask me, I would like to talk to you simply because when I received some comments from students, they're telling me, hey, Iverson, the advice that you gave me, you know, I take action and then I see results. Yeah, that one means a lot to me. Yeah, it make my day. Yeah, you see, when I hear this and then it made me happier than I actually making the money itself, right? So, and I've seen a lot of all these cases. One of the cases I still remember is this one is someone he actually in a crossroad, he's running a F&B business, right? So, and then long story short, he came to me and then we discussed about the chart, and then he told me he's very lost, you know, don't know what to do, and then I look at the chart. And then I discovered one thing. Hey, why not you start selling a Korean dessert, South Korean dessert? Yeah, because from the chart it says so. And once you do that, and then I think 2 months after that, he told me that his website or his business actually covered by all the top bloggers in the country. He became the top 5 most delicious food ever served in that country. Yeah, of course. Yeah, all this success doesn't owe to me. I just giving advice based on the chart. But he is the one that take action, right? And then non-stop, yeah, committed, and therefore how the result are created. Okay, so I'm just a guide. Right? I'm just a guy next to you, sitting here, push you a little bit, give you the direction, right? If you able to make it, it's on you. You deserve the success, not me. Okay, so I can be the one that guides you based on BaZi and Qi Men. Yeah, that is my job. Okay, all right. So do you enjoy today's session? Do you learn a lot or not? Or at least do you see your career differently right now? You're more clear on what to do in your career by focusing on important things like managing your boss. Yeah, plan how to make changes in advance rather than let the clash take place. Okay, if you enjoy today's webinar and you learn a lot and you see true value here, type the word yes here so I can see it. Okay, yeah, it's good. Yeah, right, nice. Thank you. All right, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, for today. Nice. Okay, all right. So I hope that today's session here made you see things differently and hopefully inspire you to take different action. Right? I think no one can guarantee you success, but we have a faith that everything that happened to you is propel you to become a better person in the near future. I think you can achieve a lot of things in your life. Okay, so till then, I will say thank you, and I hope to see you maybe in our career coaching session or our webinar or Telegram or Instagram, whatever it is. Keep in touch, right? Because I want to actually keep in touch with you, right? I want to share with you more information. Okay, so till then, stay healthy. And I'm going to see you again very soon. I'm Iverson Lee. Keep in touch. Bye-bye.